How many people here are really, really excited that they feel cool air coming in right above them? It was getting pretty hot here, for a little while. I was gonna, tell you that story again about imagining you're in Chicago and the 1.5 feet of snow, but I don't have to do that anymore. So what we want to talk about today is a system, Seth Fraser, that has actually never gotten a note. I've never gotten somebody's number from a prospecting system. It's pretty crazy.
I've watched Billy Funk perform what he's about to teach you. So if you don't have a pen and paper out right now, you got to get a pen and paper out right now, because what Billy Funk is going to show you has worked and worked and worked and worked and worked, and one time it didn't.
Well, I was in South Padre, and I was talking with the cashier who was behind the counter, and I went through my entire system with her, and she didn't have a phone. It's the only time I didn't get somebody's number. She didn't have a phone. So technically speaking, it's never actually failed. And it was funnier when we talked about that, when that story. Once again, I'm not a comedian.
I tell you what, when Billy told me that, and this was so shocking to me and to everybody that knows Billy, because we've watched him do this probably, I would say, 700-800 times. We go into restaurants, we go into hotels, and I'll let him tell you what he does, but every time without fail, Billy walked away with a phone number. And the only time it ever failed in the history of Billy Funkisms was because the girl didn't have a phone.
Who can I get a volunteer that wouldn't mind coming on stage right now? All right, come on up.
All right, let's get a hand. What's your name, young lady?
Sherry.
Sherry. Let's get a hand for
Give
Sherry,
Sherry a
please.
So what I'm going to teach you today is a system that if you go through it step by step by step is going to get somebody's number literally every single time if you do it correctly. So it doesn't matter where we're at. Let's say, I could be at a restaurant and Sherry could be my waitress, or we could be at a networking event and she's another business professional. I could meet her, at I don't know, maybe in a grocery store, church. It doesn't matter. If I run into Sherry and we start talking, one of the first things I like to do is to get somebody's name. Because what's the sweetest sound to any person in any language?
Say my name.
It's their name. And so one of my favorite thing to do is to guess their name. Is it Mary? No. It's Stephanie. Lisa? Well, give me a couple of hints. Sherry. Sherry. That was going to be like my 10th guess. And maybe she laughs, but once again, it doesn't work every time because I'm not a comedian. But I built some rapport with her, and I use her name. And I say, Sherry, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Billy.
Hey, Billy.
You seem really, really sharp.
I am. I run Kannaway.
Oh, right on. What do you do for a living?
I'm a Kannaway brand ambassador.
Awesome.
No, I'm kidding. I'm supposed to be what you do.
Well, let's say that we're at a business or we're at a networking event. Or let's say we're at a restaurant. How many people ever eat at a restaurant like maybe once a month?
Pay for once a month?
Okay, well, so half the room goes to a restaurant every once in a while. All right, cool, we're good. So if you're at a restaurant and Sherry's your waitress, I'm going to guess her name. If she doesn't have a name tag, she's going to eventually tell me. During that meal, I'm going to say to Sherry, hey, Sherry, let's say we're at Gibson's Steakhouse. I love Gibson's. Yes. And I'm going to tell Sherry, if she's doing a good job, hey, Sherry, just want to let you know you're awesome at what you do. Is this what you do full time?
Yes.
Awesome, cool. Are you married to Gibson's, or do you keep your options open?
I keep my options open.
Right. I know it's a silly question, right? Awesome. If I was to send you some information on what I do, would you be willing to look at it?
Sure.
Cool. Awesome. If I was to text you this information, since we're in Chicago, at Gibson's, if I was to text this, would I be texting 312 or 773?
312.
Okay. Or let's say we're here. Is your number? Is it? Would I be texting 407? Your cell phone number?
No, it's 727.
727. Awesome. So you gave me the first 3. What's the next 7?
483.
483.
I'm not going to say it on.
Okay, but you were giving the rest. All right. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you some information, all right, via text message. When do you think you would be able to look at it?
As soon as you send it to me.
Awesome.
I'm looking at my phone.
You're looking at your phone right now. You see, well, I do know that, I'm sitting down here, and you probably don't have 15 minutes, while you're waitressing here at Gibson's. Do you think you'd see it by tonight?
As soon as I get off work.
Okay, what time would that be?
At 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay, so if I call you tomorrow morning, will you have for sure looked at the information?
By tomorrow morning? Sure.
Yeah, awesome. I'll give you a call then. Sherry, just once again, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
And give it up for Sherry, everybody. It's super easy. So here's the system. You want to build rapport with somebody. You want to use their name, find out their name, say it so that they hear it, and ask them, am I saying this correctly? If it's a name that's not easy to announce or pronunciate. The next step is to give them a compliment. People love compliments. When somebody gives you a compliment, let's say Kevin, I say to Kevin, man, those CBD hats and shirts are phenomenal, man. Did you put them together yourself? Yes, I did. Look at his smile. Look at his smile. How good. When somebody pays you a compliment, it makes you feel really, really good. Your defenses are down. It neutralizes you. You're happy. You're in that zone. Anything that comes at you next, you're open to. The next step is to qualify them. Find out what they do for a living. If you're inside of a company where they work, ask them, is this what you do full time? Yes, no, maybe so. Are you at a network event? What do you do? What do you do for a living? Whatever the answer is the right answer, it doesn't really matter. Here's the next step. Whatever they say, no matter what company, no matter what they're doing, ask them if they're married to company A, or do they keep their options open? Are they married to Chili's, or do they keep their options open? Are they married to McDonald's, or do they keep their options open? Are they married to Shell gas station, or do they keep their options open? Are they married to Aflac, or do they keep their options open? Are they married to Citibank? It doesn't matter what they answer. How many people out there want to be married to a company? Not many, right? Some people don't want to be married to a person. But nobody wants to be married to a company. So the answer is almost always yes. Now here's the thing: if they say, I'm cool, I'm good, I'm married to this company, be like, what I'm really saying is, if there was a way for you to make any additional income outside of Chili's without it interfering with Chili's, would you be open to taking a look? And we can give you all of this information. We'll put it out there online. We'll give you this entire script, okay? But if somebody said to you, no, I'm married, say to them, well, if I was to, what I'm really saying is, if there was a way for you to make any additional income outside of where you work without it interfering with your work, would you be open to taking a look? And a lot of times the people that don't really understand what you were saying there with the, are you married? We'll say, oh yeah, I'd be open to taking a look. The next step is to ask them for permission. It's a give and take. It puts you in a position of power and posture. It's saying that I've got something of value. I'm not going to give it to you unless you tell me that you're willing to look at it. And so what you say to them is, if I was to send you some information on what I do, would you be willing to look at it? If I do this, would you do that? It's a give and take. It works almost every single time. So if you get through every single one of these steps with the person saying yes, with the person going through, the next step is super, super simple. No matter what city you're in, you want to find out 2 area codes. So if you're in Chicago, 312 and 773. Here in Orlando, we've got 407 and 721, 813. Okay, so if I was to, prospect somebody here, I would say, so if I was to text you this information, would I be texting 407 or 813? As a human being, you're highly inclined, when you hear a piece of information that's wrong about yourself, for you to correct it. I gave you at least one piece of wrong information about yourself, maybe 2. And so you're going to correct me. You're going to tell me, no, it's 727. No, it's 312, or yeah, it's 407. Cool. Have you ever asked somebody for their number and they gave you their area code and then they stopped? They didn't give you the other 7 digits? No, it just doesn't happen, right? So when they give you their area code, you're going to get the other 7. It's a leading question close. And if they look at you after they give you their area code and stop, you go, well, you look down at your phone and be like, I got the first 3, what's the next 7? And look down and assume that they're going to give it to you, and they give it to you literally almost every single time. For me, it's been every time except the one time the girl didn't have a phone. The next step is very important because prospecting is not the fortune. The fortune is in the follow-up. So what you want to do is find out when they would be willing, when they're going to be able to look at it. You don't want to don't want to give them a time. Ask them, when do you think you'll be able to look at this? It's going to take about 15 minutes, the information that I'm going to send you. Whatever time they say, I mean, if it's late at night, I'll usually say, so if it's late Tuesday night, they'll look at it, I'll usually say, so if I call you Wednesday morning, you'll for sure look at it. If they say sometime during the day, I add a half an hour to it. If they say by 3 o'clock tomorrow, I get off at 2, I'll watch it by 3, awesome. If I call you at 3:30, you will for sure look at it. Then call them at that time. Put it in your phone, set an alarm. Put it in your calendar, write it down, put notes. It's that old philosophy of out of sight, out of mind. Well, guess what? The opposite works too. When it's in sight, when it's in your mind, you're thinking about it. So make sure that you follow up with the person. So steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really quickly. Build rapport, find their name, use their name in a sentence, give them a compliment, qualify them, ask them what they do for a living, find out if they're married to company A or if they keep their options open, ask for permission, pop the question, get their phone number, and then set the follow-up time. And it's super, super simple, guys. Prospecting is so easy. Be you, be real. Don't sound like a pitch man. Don't sound like a robot. The more that you do it, the easier it gets. The first time Michael Jordan picked up a basketball, I guarantee you he was not able to dunk and he couldn't make a three-pointer. The first time somebody picked up a guitar, they're not playing like the Sex Pistols are. It takes time. It takes time. It gets easier and easier every time you do something. And it's the people that keep going, the people that look ahead and say, I'm going to go there, and don't stop until they get there, those are the ones that get there every time. The fortune is not in the prospecting. Prospecting is so easy. It's so simple. Once you get that down, the only thing left you have to do is follow up. And luckily, today, we've got an absolutely awesome follow-up presenter, trainer, speaker. This guy does more for Kannaway Nation than I think hundreds of people combined. He is up sometimes 24/7 for us. He runs the morning kickoff calls. He runs the hangouts at night. He runs just about everything. He's that guy that you can count on, that guy that you know that if he said to you, I'm going to call you at 3:30, you better believe that he's going to call you at 3:30 because he's the king of follow-up. His name is Seth Fraser.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Billy. Let me ask you a couple questions, Billy.
Were we supposed to have slides?
We were, but we're going to skip the slides
right, cool.
because we're not going to worry about that stuff today. We're actually going to take a little break after this and give us a chance because the AC wasn't quite running and all that stuff.
I swear I felt some air. I wasn't lying to you. I felt some air right before I got on stage.
So we are going to take a little break after this. We are bringing the heat. I love it, Charles. You know what, Billy? One of the reasons why I think your prospecting system works is that you never, it seems like, am I wrong about this? Do you ever ask a closed question during that process?
No, what's a closed question?
A closed question means you have to answer one way or the other.
Oh, no, I would never do that.
You basically you ask a bunch of leading questions. And this is what's interesting about this, and what I immediately thought was one of the neatest things about his prospecting system is that he asks a leading question when he's getting their phone number. Who does that? It's awesome. That's inventive and it's brilliant. Give it up for Billy Funk for that, by the way. I love that. Now, I'm going to share with you guys.
So there's the timer?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. You're Billy Funk. You don't have a timer. All right, guys, what I'm going to share with you today, something I would like everybody to pull out your cell phone if you have a smartphone that has a camera on it. If it has video capability, I want you to pull it out. And I'm going to show you something that's going to be really neat for you when you're utilizing. Have you ever gone on your cell phone, you're scrolling through your Facebook, and you see a little video? have you noticed now how the videos, they automatically start? You can see some of the action on the video. All right, me and Billy are going to do a little selfie. We're doing a selfie.
We're doing a selfie?
Yeah, you look
All right.
great, man. Let's do a selfie. Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my camera over to video mode.
If you ever want to feel good about yourself, just hang out with Seth Fraser.
Oh, you're so sweet. I love you, brother. All right, so most cameras have a front-facing and a backwards-facing camera.
I think
so you can switch, and so that you can see yourself in it while you're videoing, you know. And here's this little tip for you guys is going to get you more views on every video you ever do. And we're going to use this in our prospecting system. I'll show you how in just a second. But first, I'm going to do the little video. So here's how it works, guys. We're going to hit record, and then we're not going to say anything. We're going to go like this.
That kind of makes me queasy.
A little bit. That's okay. Now I want everybody to practice that little swing arm technique. Because what you're going to see here is as you start to post those videos to Facebook, and you tag people in them, and you get things rolling, and people are on their mobile devices, what's one of the first things that happens when you see one video and you think, I got to know what that is? Swing arm technique will get people watching your video. So start off your video with this for about 2 seconds, and then pause and say, hey, I'm Seth Fraser. Now here's the point of the video. Let me show you
I
this.
think some people are shooting videos of us and not.
Oh, well, they're welcome to shoot videos of us. Hey, guys. How you doing? No, you'll want to do it of yourself, obviously, and you're going to be doing this with your prospect. Let me explain what you're going to be doing. Fortune's in the follow-up, right, Billy?
It's not in the prospecting.
Funk's fortune. That guy knows. He's got a fortune. And here's the deal. What we're going to do with folks is we're going to bring some Kannaway with us, which I didn't bring up on stage, and Lord knows I probably don't need it. I'm already amped up. We're going to bring some Kannaway with us. One of the most important things you can do with any prospect is 5 senses. Getting all 5 senses involved. Taste, touch, smell, eyesight, hearing, right?
I think so.
Those are the 5 senses. So you want them to see your product. You want them to be involved in it. You want them to hear themselves talk about it. You want to get them to touch it, taste it, smell it. And then more importantly, you need to be able to bring a trigger back to the moment that you did that with them. Now, we're not selling these folks yet. We do have some samples to give out. We're going to have some Kannaway with us. And when you meet somebody and you've gotten their phone number, you've gotten that far, here's how the conversation goes. You know, Billy, I really appreciate you getting me your phone number, dude. That was really cool of you, man. And I got some product I would love to be able to sample with you real quick. And it would actually be a massive favor to me personally. I'm trying to build a little bit of a business online. And it would be a huge favor to me if you would do a live reaction video as I give you the product, so we can sample it out. And I want you to be honest on the video, and it'll be a 30-second long video. But I want you to be honest and tell us what you actually think about it as you put it in your mouth. But I want to do it live so that you can tell my viewers what you think. It'll help me build a business. It'll be a big favor to me.
Sure, what is it? What's the...
Awesome. It's called Kannaway, and if I had some...
Is it that over there?
Yeah, there's probably a Kannaway in there. What do you know? What do you know? We got some product around here. Go figure. All right.
This looks like it would taste kind of good, citrus.
All right, so let's do this live, guys. We're going to do this live. And I'm going to take out the old phone. And here's how the conversation would go. All right, so I'm going to pull one of these out first.
It says canna, so is this cannabis?
This is cannabis-infused a product. It is not going to get you high. This is CBD oil that's in it. It's taken from hemp, actually. And a lot of people are getting really, really good reaction from it. But I want your genuine, real reaction as we do this on camera. I don't want you to fake it because it's not going to help my business if you fake it. But if I get the real reaction, it's going to help. So you ready for this?
Yeah, what are we doing?
All right, here we go. We're going to take a little video.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. It's for effect.
Okay.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Seth Fraser, and I'm up here with Billy Funk. We just met here recently. Billy is a server down at this beautiful restaurant, Gibson's, that we're hanging out at, and he's been absolutely fantastic today. Now, I just gave Billy a sample of a new product called Kannaway, and he's going to try it out live on the air, and he's going to tell us what he thinks, whether he likes it or not. So, Billy, give it a go. What do you think, buddy?
Is it gum?
It's actually an energy chew. You can swallow it safely.
It's kind of like a Starburst.
Yeah, it is like a Starburst. So you like it?
Is it citrus or mango?
It's citrus mango, yes. Both. All of the above.
That's pretty damn good.
Billy likes it, guys. Thank you very much for joining today. I want to say a big thank you to Billy Funk and all these people out here. Wow. Oh, that's going on the internet. So we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. For Billy Funk, the master from Gibson's, thank you very much.
Give me a hemp vape.
So now, here's what happens. Billy Funk, at this point in time, is hopefully my brand new brand ambassador because, God, wouldn't you like to enroll him? Yeah. There are a million Billy Funks out there that haven't been discovered yet. 2.5 years ago, this guy had not been discovered in network marketing. Someone somewhere is going to do it. It's going to be you. And you're going to make it happen this way. So you take the video, you say, thank you very much. That's really going to help me build my business. I really appreciate it. And God bless. Have a good day. Now, you're not going to tell them you need to join my business with me. You are not going to tell them that they're going to make $1 million with you. You are not going to be pushy with them. What you are going to do is follow up. One text message, and here's what you say in your text message. You should be in the movies. Your video has done wonders for my business. If you want to check it out, it's here. You're going to post the video to Facebook. You're going to post the video to YouTube. Now, you want to make sure you send them the YouTube link because they're not probably friends with you on Facebook quite yet until they become your biggest distributor within your organization. But you're not going to say, you should be joining me in my business, or you should make $1 million with me, or you do not get pushy because here's what you're waiting for, the response. Oh my gosh, you're building your business with this? What exactly do you do for work? Glad you asked. All right, let me tell you a little something. This follow-up system and that little swing arm technique is going to get your video watched. And then if you want to actually, you can buy, if you want to, you can buy clicks for the YouTube. If you put it up on YouTube, go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and you can get a couple of thousand clicks for $5 towards the video. So you can even then take that same video, send it back to the person that you recorded it with and say, oh my God, your video has 4,000 views on YouTube. You should be in movies.
Which, by the way, you're not saying that's not anything that's not truthful. It's got 4,000 views.
And they should be in movies.
And they should be in movies.
I mean, not everybody should be in movies. That's not really truthful. No, but it's true. I mean, you're working with someone. You're giving them a genuine compliment because you really do appreciate what they did for you. And in many cases, this is going to build your business. And if you're using swing arm technique on your camera, people will stop and watch your video as they're scrolling through Facebook. So you upload it to Facebook and YouTube. That's crucial because do you get a preview when you upload a video to YouTube and then post that link to Facebook?
No, you don't.
You have to upload it to Facebook as well as to YouTube. So when people are scrolling on their mobile device and they see this weird little wacky thing,
it automatically plays on Facebook.
Yeah, it's automatically playing. So they see the little preview and they're going to stop, they're going to click play, and they're going to join your business. And that's what we want. We want you guys to be incredibly successful. The fortune's in the follow-up. Send that text message, wait a couple of days, give them a little bit of space, and then just let them know. You should be in movies. You're an absolute rock star, and my business is going huge because of it. When they ask you the question, what do you do for a living? You can say, you were there. You saw exactly what I do. I can help you do it too. Join me. Let's work together and have some fun. That's the way to prospect, and that's the way to close. And Billy Funk is the guy that invented the system. Give it up for Billy Funk. Oh, go ahead. You got something to close with here.
Yeah. So what we just taught you were two different ways, two ways to build a business, two ways to prospect and follow up. This is not, there's a science to it, but here's the thing.
They can work together.
They can work together. Are we saying that this is how exactly you have to do, how you have to do it? No, we're not saying that. What we're saying is we're giving you different ways that you can go out there and have success. We're telling you what's worked for us, and we're giving you a way so that maybe it can work for you. But know this, when somebody says, what is it? Don't get scared. Don't be frightful and think, oh my God, it's not relationship marketing, Get excited because what is it is the exact question that you're looking for when they say that to you. It means that they're interested. It means that they're curious. It means you have somebody that you could possibly bring into your business. When they ask you what is it, I simply say, wherever I'm at, I would love to tell you right now, it would probably take me 15 to 20 minutes. I don't really do a great job, and this link that I would send you would actually do a great job and has all the information. This is probably not the right time. So do you think you'll have the time later to look at it? Awesome.
And they're chasing
That's
you now.
I mean, and here, if you can say more, if you can say less to more people, you'll be super successful. Less to more people. That's it.
And speaking of which, we're out.
We're out. All right.
We're going to take a little break, guys. Can I get it for Billy Funk,
Seth
the master?
Good job, dude.
Guys, this is the newest member of our executive team, Ryan Vanderpool. He is tireless. He is out there absolutely killing it on a daily basis. I've watched him be up till 4 or 5 in the morning, 3 nights in a row. Ryan Vanderpool. Let's make sure that's...
Hello, Kannaway Nation. All right. Well, you guys have heard me on some of the calls and some of the, I guess, hangouts and all that stuff. And I can tell you that in my entire career, 27 years, this is the best moments of my life so far. Hanging out with these guys, it's not work. Every day it's like fun. We tell the story when we go into the office. We don't go to our offices. We go right into the conference room. And if you came to our corporate offices, it's like going to Google. I mean, it's just a hangout. And we just sit there and synergize all day long. It's what we do. But I'm excited to be here. We've got so much going on. I call it Kannaway 2.0. And you guys, what we're going to do over the next not only 30, 60, 90 days, but we're going to do over the next 12 to 24 months is going to be amazing. It's going to rock the industry. And all of you just need to promise us that you'll be here 24 months from now because your lives will be absolutely changed.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to be here, everybody. Thank you.
Man, I tell you what, absolutely agree with you, Ryan. And I tell you what, we got a guy right here who I was a little afraid he wasn't going to make it in because he's been flying and working his face off. This is a guy, Edgar Montero's been setting us up for success in Puerto Rico. So, Edgar, please, tell us why Puerto Rico is going to rock our world.
Well, good morning, Kannaway Nation.
Good morning.
So, it's not that early, so we can do something a little better, right? So, how are you, Kannaway?
Yeah!
I expect the same energy back in Puerto Rico, please. We need all these people and synergy to make it happen. And he was asking me why Puerto Rico is going to be a success. It's because our foundation right now, it's growing and growing and growing. We have little surprises. We are going to unveil them during the day. But I believe that we are ready, don't you think? We are ready to expand and to make it happen and to be international, right? We discussed that last time when we were in Atlanta. Who were with us in Atlanta? Yeah, I recognize you guys. So we need to make it happen. We need to make it happen and strike good and strike like we mean it, okay? So little surprises during the day, so bear with us. We will let you know, okay? Guys?
You're ready to rock. Thank you, Edgar. Guys, I don't know how many people know just how hard the next gentleman I'm going to talk about works, but I have watched this man every day, literally daily, not get any sleep, and come back charged and ready to work at 6 o'clock in the morning the very next day, because he is tireless and he is going to give of himself and he's going to make Kannaway Nation rock every single day until he bleeds it, because he's just an absolute killer. Mr. Jeff Rogers, the CEO of Kannaway. Get up on your feet. Yeah, let's come on.
Thank you guys very much. You know, how many came with the expectation to grow your business today?
I thought he was coming.
That's exactly the answer that you should have given right there. So what you're going to learn, I tell you, right back there in the back room, you know, I figured out exactly why we brought that man on the team. I'm there, I'm standing there, I'm ready to go out here on stage, and I said, oh, the dry cleaners took the collar stays out of my collar. And he goes, I think I have some. And I'm like, really? And he goes in his little magic bag and he pulls out collar stays. I said, oh. Then he says, this is why you brought me on the team. I said, exactly. So, no, you know, we are so blessed in corporate and in the office that work together. It truly is a pleasure to enjoy what you do. And what I enjoy is to watch people's lives change, to watch people be blessed. How many here want to be blessed? How many want to see Kannaway make your dreams come true? And that's what we strive to do every single day. It's not about us. It's not so we can stand up here on the stage. And I know I speak for the entire team when I say that. It's about you guys. You know, we work for you. We put in the hours for you, and it's our pleasure. I want to thank you very much. Get everything you can out of this meeting and take your business to the next level.
Mr. Jeff Rogers, ladies and gentlemen. I got to start with a story. You know, sometimes things don't go according to plan in your life, and you end up in a situation where you're trying to get on a plane and get to Las Vegas for an important meeting, and things just kind of go bad. I got bumped off a flight on my way to Las Vegas, and this is just one in a continuing series of things that this gentleman has done and the kind of stuff he does, clearing trees, because he said, your flight's delayed. I said, yeah, I'm not going to get there till probably late tonight or probably tomorrow. And within 20 minutes, I just got a text back that said, you're going on a flight 45 minutes from now. It's over here. You're in first class. Hop on it. Get there. And that's the kind of stuff this guy does every day for every person in Kannaway. I have watched him do it over and over and over. And let me tell you something. If there's one guy I want running this, that's giving us the vision, that's showing us the direction, it's Mr. Troy Neihart. I love you.
Kannaway, thank you all for getting here at this event. You guys have been following us across the nation. We greatly appreciate it. What we're about to unveil here at Kannaway 2.0 is I like to call it redefined, is going to shock the world. We're going to bring out new tools. We're going to deliver today. It's not going to be when we leave here, and it's going to be over the next 10 days. I promise you, you will be able to see it as we go live here on stage. We're going to introduce new products. We're going to talk about Puerto Rico. We're going to deliver what you guys have been asking for, and it's going to happen live here today. I want to thank each and every one of you for getting out here with us, and we're going to get this show on the road. I'm going to turn it back over to Seth Frazier. Seth, thank you so much for all your hard work, staying up late, and making it happen, buddy.
The Kannaway executive team, guys, give it up for Charles Vest, Ryan Vanderpool, Troy Neihart, Jeff Rogers, Edgar Montero. These guys are doing it every day. You know, it's a real honor to be surrounded with folks like that, because when you look at the team that you're building around you, one of the most important and crucial things you can do is surround yourself with talent. And we've all done that by being a part of Kannaway. We're surrounded by incredible talent. I'm very lucky to be associated with a lot of the folks in this room that I've had an opportunity to sit down with and see the kind of talent that you guys bring to the table. We have something very special we're going to introduce you to, because this is a brand new Kannaway. This is a brand new Kannaway. Today is day one of really the rebirth, what we like to call Kannaway Redefined. Part of the Beauty Defined line, we're redefining Kannaway. And you're gonna see part of that redefinition right now with this intro video we're about to show you. Kick it off, guys. Super Saturday training series, guys. What do you think so far? This is the first one we're ever doing right now. Now, before I introduce our next guest, let me just recap why we do Super Saturday trainings. Super Saturday trainings are specifically meant to be a low-cost way to get your business built. You've seen at other events with Kannaway in the past, we've focused a lot on what we're doing as a company, what's happening with the company and all that sort of thing, right? So this is the day. If you guys have a pen and that paper thing that we referred to earlier, you're going to want to be ready to take some serious notes. And the next speaker we're going to bring up is somebody who has put tireless amounts of energy into building what I would like to call the absolute perfect way to get started in Kannaway. This is going to be the tool that allows you guys to bring somebody in and have them walk through this and move along and be a fantastic brand ambassador. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on Mr. Charles Vest, the tireless man behind this new tool. Charles Vest, come on out, buddy.
Can't touch this. please, sit down, it's okay. I had 4 people stand up, but on camera, it looks like everybody was standing up for Charles Vest, right? So let's do it again, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charles Vest! Oh, please, sit down. Oh, come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of sharing. You guys notice anything different about me? What is the whole theme about today? Kannaway 2.0. The only thing that is constant is hello. So you're going to find out a little bit about some of the ways that you're going to be able to get started quickly. Who wants to be able to have something that once they join Kannaway, they can quickly download a form or a guide and know exactly what they need to do to get started? Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't it be awesome if we were able to provide that in your back office right now? Wouldn't it be awesome if we had a guide that was a full-on manual that when you got started and you wanted to have really detailed information about every single thing you need to know in Kannaway, wouldn't it be good if you could download that whole guide so you could go through it page by page by page? Who wants something like that? Well, anybody like what you heard from Billy Funk this morning? That would have been a lot of notes to take, right? To get all that stuff that Billy Funk had to say. What if that was in your success manual? Well, it's time for me. Let me make sure my collar's straight. Okay, good. That looks good. Okay, so I just saw myself on camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to a back office right now, and I'm going to scroll down in the back office to a place that's called marketing. Go ahead. There's a document, so you got marketing materials, and then you have documents, so you're going to click on documents. Click on documents. Marketing materials, then click on documents. Scroll up. Scroll up. Documents, there you go. And then on that tab right there is the Quick Start Guide. Go ahead and click on that. And ladies and gentlemen, there's that guide for you right there. You're going to be able to put your ID in, your passwords, your website. You're gonna sit across the table from your new brand ambassador and say, let's make sure you know exactly the information that you need to get started. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit. You're gonna know who your sponsor is. You're gonna have your sponsor's information. Upline from your sponsor. All that's gonna be there. You're gonna fill it out right there with your prospect, with your new brand ambassador. Go ahead and go scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And then you're going to make sure that your new brand ambassador is checking off these items. Do you understand the back office? Have you been shown? Reviewing your current promotions, ordering business cards, where's the hangouts? All these things that you've been asking for so that you can easily, on a one-page sheet, start someone right away, right after the meeting, flip that page out and give it to them. Is that cool? All right, go ahead and scroll down. Scroll on down. Keep on going. The back side of that page is your contacts list. You can start putting your contacts in right away. You're going to be able to have one side be the quick start guide, the other side be your contact list, so you can get with your new brand ambassador and say, let's start thinking of people right now, and let's contact them together. Put me on the phone with them. Let me share with them what's going on, and you can start doing that. So is that pretty exciting? That's already in your back office right now. Okay, go ahead and scroll, get out of that screen and go back over to the success manual. Down one more. How about a full-on success manual? This is going to get really exciting. Anybody like to really know what to do? Do you know exactly? Would you like to know exactly what to do? Would you like your your brand ambassador to know exactly what to do? Okay, so what I'm going to show you is the success manual, and it's a living, breathing document. It's going to continually grow as we have more and more information to put in there. We're already right now, there's the cover. Go ahead and scroll down. They're doing a great job back there, aren't they? Immediately, welcome to Kannaway. Keep going. Keep going, scroll on down. This is going to be your introduction letters. There's going to be your table of contents. You're going to learn about you're going to have that quick start guide, understanding your why, 10 core commitments. Go ahead and scroll on, scroll on, scroll on. You guys are doing great. There's that quick start guide right there that you just saw. You're going to have, how many of you would like to stop right there, back up a little bit? How many of you would like to explain the importance of your why? Do you guys know about that? Why are you doing this? When your new ambassador identifies their why, maybe it's for their family, maybe it's so that they can, stay at home without having to work 3 jobs. Whatever their why is, they're going to be able to actually put that information down, and you're going to know it. So you can remind your new brand ambassador what's important. Why are you doing this? And then you're going to get to the 10 core commitments. Determine your why. Keep going. Fast start your business. Expose 2 a day. Stay plugged into all trainings, all this information. And here's something that we're going to be teaching. Commit, plan, and build. Stop right there. Scroll up a little bit. Commit, plan, and build. Commit for the local events, plan for your regional events, and build for national events. And we're going to teach you how to do that. It's all in the manual. Go ahead and scroll down. Always keep improving. Leaders are readers, right? Read 15 minutes a day. Work with your mentor, and go on to the next section. How about if you actually could just show them how to do your 3 and Yours is Free program? Go ahead and scroll on down. Scroll on down. 3 and Yours is Free program in your manual, in your back office right now. How to use a success planner. What we've done is we have put together a 90-day success planner so that you can actually plan out your first 90 days in Kannaway. You'll be able to put the meeting schedules down. You'll be able to put down when you get paid. What time is the last time that you're able to get paid for this week? And this has an example showing you right there how to fill out your success manual. Now in the back, scroll through those 90 days real quick. 90 days are flying by. Woo! There we go. One more day. Now, at this point, you should have about 100 people on your team. Okay, keep going. And then the next part is that contacts list. Now, stop right there. Back up. Now, the contacts list is your first 20 contacts. Now, someone's going to come up to you, and they're going to say, well, I have 100 people that I'd like to put on my contacts list. I want to take everyone on my phone. What did you say? No problem. Okay. It's called print. All right? This is, remember, there is a 2-pager that's by itself. In your back office, it's called your Quick Start Guide. It has the Quick Start Guide on one side, the contacts list on the other. You can print as many of those as you need. And there'll be a tear-off available for you in the future. Everyone talks about a memory jogger. This is helpful for those that think they have no friends and nobody to talk to. And this is going to be a way for them to say, well, who's your auto mechanic? Who's your doctor? Who's your dry cleaner? Who's your grandparents? Who's your children, your brothers and sisters, your veterinarian, your tailor? I mean, it just goes on and on. This is to help jog your memory. How are we doing so far? Not bad? Not bad? Let's go quickly past this next part. He closes it. Don't end it. We have more stuff. We just wanted to go by the next part in the back there. I love it. There's only one thing that's going to remain constant. That's change. Keep going. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There you go. Oh, you're not supposed to see that. Oh, can't see that. Okay, back up a little bit. Did you guys see it? Yeah. Good. That's something we're announcing later on today. A way for you to get a lot more money. It's already going to be in your success manual. Okay, Billy Funk's talk this morning had a lot of detail. Scroll back up a little bit. Remember what he said. Go up a little more. Build rapport and credibility. Exactly the words that he uses are right here in the success manual. Pop the question. Are you married to your current situation, or do you keep your options open? Right there in your manual. You can study this, but please don't spend 90 days studying your manual. There are some of you that are just getting really excited right now because you can print this 30-page document and go into your cave and just study, study, study. You are not going to recruit one person. You are not going to build your team through one person if you stay in your office and read this word for word every day. This is a manual for you to refer to as you're growing your team, as you're learning more and more. Okay, scroll down a little bit. How about the three-way call triangle? How many people would like to know exactly how to do a successful three-way call? Thank you for that applause. I thought it was important, so we put it in the manual. And we're going to teach you about what's called three-way edification. How many? I want to take a show of hands right now. I want you to be honest with me. Who knows exactly how to do a three-way call? Raise your hand. Exactly. Now, those that are raising their hands are those that want to be called with this method. Here's the first mistake that you can make in a three-way call. Ring, ring. Hello? Hi, Charles. This is John. I just started up on your team, and I have my pastor on the phone right now, and he wants to know more about Kannaway. So take it away, Charles. Worst thing ever. Yeah, some of us can wing it, but here's how we want you to do it. You go ahead and text the person ahead of time or get a hold of them and say, hey, do you have an extra 5 minutes to do a quick three-way call with me and my pastor? Oh, great. Why don't you call me in about 10 minutes? I'll be prepared. And then when they call in 10 minutes, what they do is they introduce you to their prospect. Prospect, this is Charles. He's a great guy. He's a mentor. He's a person that's been in the industry for 30 years, and he only has 5 minutes or 10 minutes. A three-way call is not a dissertation. It is also not a presentation. It is a quick way to edify you. Third-party edification. When you call me on a three-way call, my job is to make your prospect feel comfortable about you. And so I'm going to say, of course I have 5 minutes for you, because any friend of John's is a friend of mine, and I'll do anything I can to help John with his business. So I know you're important. Let's get started. Ah, here we go. Thank you. This is for the camera.
Just for a little, got to clean our boy up. Got to make him good up here. Looking good, Charles. Keep going, brother.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. I feel like I'm in church. Let me testify. I am in church. I'm in the Kannaway church. All right, so you're going to learn exactly how to do your three-way calls. It's three-way edification. You're going to get it right here. Now, there's a thing that happens in a lot of relationship marketing companies that, there's a right way and a wrong way to do anything, right? Well, how about if you learn the right way to have what's called a K-Day, which is your Kannaway party, which is your Kannaway opportunity to have friends over, 10, 20, 30, and do a party. So you're going to learn the steps before, keep scrolling, the steps during, and the steps after. I'm going to tell you one quick trick that's in the success manual on your K-Day party. It is called the ice trick. Anybody know the ice trick? I taught you that the other day. The ice trick. What you do is when you're having your party at your house and you want to make sure all your guests show up, what you do is you call everyone that said they would show up, right? Everyone that said they would show up, and instead of you doing what's called the Kannaway salute, you're going to call them all and say, oh my God, I'm so glad you're coming, because I have lots of sodas and I have lots of great drinks, but I don't have any ice. You have got to bring ice. Will you stop by the liquor store, the grocery store, and bring ice? And they'll say, absolutely. And then when they think about not showing up to your party, they're going to feel really bad. And they're going to stop by, and they're going to get that $1.99 bag of ice, and they're just going to bring it to your house. And then you're going to stand there with this big, huge tub with the green plastic thing in it, and everyone's bringing ice. You're like, we got ice! Psh, we got ice! Psh, and just fill up the whole tub right there at the front door and have the coldest drinks in town. And that is the ice trick. See, these little things you might not have learned and noticed. Okay, and the back of the cover, it's going to be the most important part of the manual. Have fun and enjoy life, right? This is not a job. You guys don't work for us. We work for you, as you can see. We want you to have a life of fun. We want you to enjoy yourself. So please do not study this thing and try to make sure you got every word right. This is a guide. This is a way for you to have some great information to download so that people can say, I don't know what to do. Or even better, you're going to have someone that says, yeah, I went through that whole guide. Let's go ahead and get started. And you say, okay, great. Tell me about the three-way calls so we can do it right. Okay, go back to the guide. Right? You did not read the guide. So this is just a place that you can refer people to. Is that good information for you? You guys excited about that? Are you excited about having a tool, finally? Are you excited about having a quick guide sheet that you can just tear off and give it to somebody? Well, if you think that's exciting, wait till you see what's next. We have more tools for you, more things that you'll have to work with immediately once you get started in Kannaway. Is that exciting? Awesome. So that's my time for today. I'm going to be turning the microphone over to the next speaker. And is that going to be Seth? Great. I'm going to turn it back over to Seth. You guys, we've worked really hard on these tools, and we didn't want to say from the stage, okay, guys, guess what? We're working on a tool. No. We wanted to say, we have the tool. Go to your back office. It's in there now. All right. Thank you, guys, very much.
Charles Best, ladies and gentlemen. All right, buddy. Thank you for the towel. So what do you notice a little bit different about this event versus other events based on what he just told you? We got the tool now. We have it in the back office right now. You just watched it live as we logged in and saw it available for everybody. Let me tell you guys something. One of the things I love about this business is that this isn't really a home-based business anymore, is it? Because we get to take it with us. We're not stuck behind a desk. Even if that desk is in your home, you still don't want to be stuck there. This Fast Start Guide that we just looked at today is going to make you mobile, get you out there, and get you talking to people and engaging with them. That's what this is about. We get to live our lives. This is a hemp lifestyle company. Are you guys living that lifestyle and enjoying it? I'm having a blast with this company. I love it here because we're giving the tools like that, and we're giving them now, immediately, big shift in focus, and I'm really thrilled about that. Now, I'm going to be introducing you guys to somebody who I personally kind of worship because he retired at the age of 22. Cool. Now, before I bring him up here, and before I tell you more about this gentleman and his experience, I'd like to show you a quick little video. It's going to lay the groundwork a little bit for us, and then we're going to bring this gentleman up. So let's get it for this video, guys. Let's hear it up.
Owning a business and being a 1099 requires a different mentality than a W-2. So if you can't play with the big dogs, just get off the porch. I teach economic and personal empowerment to thousands of people all over the world through personal and professional experience. Money only comes from one source. Procrastination is the graveyard for success. All your dreams die when you procrastinate. You can't switch this formula. You must be first, do second, and you will have third. We have to make sure you know what it's like to be a team player within the SEAL team. Individuals in this business suck. Yes, you have to be more responsible. Yes, you have to get used to the word no. Yes, you have to make some decisions. Yes, you have to make some commitments. But yes, you will retire a lot more wealthier than you will on any W-2. That's the bottom line.
If you are as excited as I am to hear from the master, the mentor to millions, a man who's spoken in front of groups of over 10,000 people, a man who's about to pump you up, get you excited, and get you into success, then let's hear it for Mr. Brian B.
Stand up now and face the sun. Won't hide my tail or turn and run. It's time to do what must be done. Be a king when kingdom comes. So you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
Nation, how you feel? I only know one way to do it, and that's high energy. Say high. Energy. That's the only way you can build a business. You can't build a business on your butt. No one has ever stumbled upon anything wealthy or worthy sitting down. You can't build the business on your butt. Everybody follow me on that? So I need the energy so I can give the energy back. But before I do, have these guys done a tremendous job this morning or what? Seth, Billy, you're going to hear from Ray. You're going to hear from all these guys today. Your CEO, Jeff Rogers, Troy, always making it happen. And Charles Vest is just hilarious, is he not? Look, guys, I don't have a whole bunch of time, but I got to get this thing going, man. First, I got to do a quick test, like I always do. In Atlanta, I did this, and I always like to test the rhythm of my audience. Is that okay? Yeah. All right, so do me a favor. Empty your hands. These are the 5 things I learned to be extremely successful in business. I'm going to give you a phrase, and you're going to clap once. And then each time, you're just going to add an additional clap. So it's 1, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go to 5. Everybody ready? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. All right, hands empty. To be successful in business, first, you got to change the way you walk. Now, you got to change the way you talk. You got to change the way you think. You got to change the way you act. That's how you change your life. I think y'all ready. They're ready. They're ready. I feel the rhythm. They're ready. All right, so here's what I do, right? I own a training company or a program called PAYS. PAYS stands for People, Activity, and Yourself. Write that down. These are 3 things you got to master to make millions of dollars in this industry. You got to master people, you have to master certain activities, and you have to master yourself. Believe it or not, the YS is the hardest part. That's what PAYS represents: people, activity, and yourself. People say, Brian, how'd you make $1 million in your 20s? How in the world did you do it? Well, easy. I mastered people, activity, and myself. Brian, how'd you lose your first $1 million in your 20s? Easy. I lost focus of people, activity, and myself. I was young enough to lose it, get it all back. Now I'm 39, blessed beyond belief because of this industry. Everybody understand that? So master what? 3 things. What are they? People, activity, and yourself. You have to believe that you can do this business. Say, I can. You got to believe that. See, some of you guys have not tricked your subconscious yet. You saying it verbally, you believe it consciously, but guess what? It only matters if you trick your subconscious into believing that you what? You what? You what? You have to understand that, guys. Until you trick this doesn't matter. You have to know deep down that you are in the right place at the right time and you can get wealthy. You have to adopt, understand, and believe, not in anybody else. It sounds cliche-ish, but you have to believe that you can get wealthy. Here's the key. Write this down. You have to be selfish for a little while. Nothing wrong with that. You were born a little bit selfish. How many babies you know give away their bottle? See, people will have you think that look, for the next 6 to 9 months, maybe even 12, it's got to be about you and your Kannaway business. And that 6 months to 12 months will take care of you and your family for the rest of your life. Write this down. Everyone must pay the price. See, this is the thing you guys have to remember. The reason everybody has to pay the price is because everyone eats off of the price that you pay when you make it. So we all have to starve together because we're all going to eat together. But see, nobody wants to go through the journey and the struggle and the training and the travel and the investments and the time. Everybody wants to knock you on that journey, but they want to be there to reap the benefits of your journey. So we all have to be a little bit selfish in the beginning, and everybody's got to pay the price because everybody's going to reap the what? The benefits. And it's okay. See, here's the thing. I literally put the PAYS program together with one thing in mind. And I wish it was spelled a different way, but what you have to master first is you. I don't care how many peek and pass techniques you do. I don't care how many follow-ups you do. I don't care how many techniques we teach you, what tools they roll out. Until you master you and get your confidence what? Up, you'll never make it in this business. So I want you to write that down. I am in control. Write it down. I'm in control. Either you are in control of your thoughts and emotions or someone else is. And if someone else is in control of your thoughts and emotions, you get someone else's results. My mentor taught me this years ago. Show me your stack. I said, what does that mean? He said, well, Brian, I always ask people, when they give me their opinion, to show me your stack. And if your stack doesn't look like my stack, you can't show me nothing. And the problem with most of us is we listen to the opinions of people with a lower stack. Until you make the kind of money that some of these guys in Kannaway have made and are making, you need to be what? And just what? Today's exercise is all about listening. That's all it's about. It's all about listening. And I'm going to bring some of you guys up to see if you're paying attention and if you're what? Listening. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth to use them in that proportion. You have to what? Listen. So when I came up with Paige, I said it's real simple. I'm going to develop this program, right? This is a funny story, real quick story, so you can understand why you have to be in control. You got to be excited and you got to be in control. I said, okay, YS stands for yourself. So I created this program called I'm a Messenger, right? That's why I take anybody's story. I can take anybody's story and show them how to formulate it and create a message and make a positive impact on people all over the world. Because it's nothing like getting money out the way so you can help people all over the what? Did I say all over your state? Did I say all over your county? Did I say all over your city? Kannaway will be all over the what? The what? The what? I can't tell, man. I can't tell. The what? The what? The what? This is not a citywide operation. This is not state-based or region-based. People need to know about the hemp lifestyle all over the what? Let me ask you a question. Who's going to deliver it to them? I can't tell. Who? How? Thought so. You gotta be excited and you gotta control your emotions. So I developed this program called I'm a Messenger, right? Just to give you a quick story. And the first client I get actually comes up to me and he says, look, Brian, I have a product. I'm like, okay, slide please. I'm like, you gotta have a brand or I can help you create your brand. And in order for me to give you a message, you gotta come to me with some type of concept. So he's excited. He has attitude and belief out this world. He's like, Brian, I got it. I'm like, what? He's like, you never heard of it. Boutte. True story. I said, are you serious? Yeah, Boutte. It's a liqueur. I said, let me get this straight. You want me to help you market Boutte? Now look, you got to understand how I operate. And the tagline, he said, Brian, you're not going to believe it, man. I can become one of your messengers. Tagline, it's smooth. I looked him dead and I said, are you serious? Now here's what you have to understand about me. I take everything and turn it into a training, as you can see. Y'all think I'm making this up. It's a sticker. He gave me a bumper sticker. Hey, Brian, man, put this on the back of your car, man. Boutte, it's smooth. I said, man, I'll be honest with you. My program, I'm only taking a few select people right now. I'm going to turn your story into a message, and Boutte liquor is not what I want to endorse at this particular time. But here's the key. He's got one thing or 2 things, whether we want to laugh at this brand or not. He's got attitude, and he's got what? Believe it or not, he will go a lot further with Boutte than some of you guys will with Kannaway. Only, not because he's got a superior product, but he's not what? He ain't afraid. He's got attitude and what? You need A and B, attitude and what? And add C, control. Write that down. You need attitude, belief, and control. You got to have an attitude, posture. You got to have belief in who? Yourself. And you have to control your emotions. When I gave him a polite no, man, I cannot help you market Boutte liquor. He didn't even blink. He shook my hand and said thank you, and then guess what he did? Handed me a ruler. Slide, please. He said, but look, before you go, let me give you a ruler. I said, what in the world does the ruler have to do with Boutte? It says, www.boutte.com, this ruler is actually only 6 inches long. promise you. I told him no to the tag. He then reaches in and tries to prospect me with a ruler. I said, man, what does the tag have to do with the ruler? Man, you don't see, Brian, you missing the message. I'm like, what? Man, you can't even measure how big Butte is going to get. I said, so you give away stickers and rulers for Butte liquor because you can't even measure how big Butte is going to get. But here's my point. I don't make this stuff up. People come to me with some wild ideas. Here's my point. He's got attitude, belief, and he didn't let my energy do what? Control his enthusiasm. Attitude, belief, and control. Now, here's the number one thing that's going to knock most of you guys out the game in this business. When I was on your conference call, I did a framework on events. I did it with Seth, okay? When I was in Atlanta, I did a framework called Prospect, Peak, Pass, Present, Plug, and Promote, like you guys may have seen it. I don't want to give you a framework today. I want some crowd participation. I want some people to come up here, and we're going to act out live scenarios, and I'm going to show you some tactics that once you get it, fail-proof. Everybody ready? Are you sure? All right, here we go. The first thing you got to do is understand, questions will knock most of you guys out the game. Questions. Now, they should not, but they will, because a lot of you think you have to be a genius and understand the answer to everybody's question. You do not. I've been doing network marketing full-time for 15 years. I've owned my own business and training for the past 5. And what I found out is that questions are the number one thing that hurt people, especially new people in the business. What you guys have to learn how to do, that's why I love Billy's approach. I love Seth's approach, because write this down. Questions control conversations. See, if you ask a lot of questions, they'll give you the information you need to make them happy. But some of you guys are doing what we call verbally vomit. You spill everything up all the time, and you're not listening. You're doing too much talking. When you learn that questions control conversations, then you'll recruit more people and you'll make more money. Okay? The good book didn't say tell and you shall receive. It's a good crowd, I tell you. It said what? Ask. The power is in you gathering information. So here we go. There are 2 types of questions. Number 1, questions of skepticism. Number 2, they're genuine questions. Most of you guys, because you're trained to do this, you deal with questions of skepticism. Because you think you have to defend Kannaway. You have to defend this industry. You have to defend your upline. You got to defend your actions. You got to defend what you're doing. See, professionals don't waste a lot of time with questions of skepticism. How do you know you got a question of skepticism? It generally starts with what? What if and how do I know? If a question starts with what if or how do I know, don't waste a lot of time and energy on that question. Here's the age-old secret, hadn't failed me in 20 years. Facts tell, stories what? Sell. Your answer is simple. Look, that's a great question. Here's what I know how you feel. I felt the exact same way, but here's what I found out. That's age-old, but it has withstood the test of time. Somebody asks you a question of skepticism. You never say, how dumb is that? Write this down. If you create an enemy in prospecting, you lose. If you create an enemy, you what? You lose. You want to get good at making everybody feel good charismatically. Everybody got it? I'm setting this up because some of y'all going to be on stage with me in a second. Watch this. You have to be charismatic. Prospects need to know that you care. They don't care how much you know. Everyone got it? So what you do is you always say, listen, that's a great question. I know exactly how you feel because I felt the exact same way. And then you tell them what you found out. And you follow it with a what? A story. We're going to do it in a second. Don't worry. The questions you want to get good at are questions that are genuine. I'll prove it to you. A person's third question is typically their real question. Which question? The first one is a setup or waste of time. The second one is a setup. The third question is what you're really answering. Give you an example. Somebody raise their hand. All right, ma'am, what's your name? Angelia. We're good friends, right? Ring, ring. Do a phone for me. Hey, Angelia, we're good friends, right? Angelia, how you feel? Great, what you doing? Right, listen, you got $100 I can borrow? How you feel, what you doing, do I care? No, not really. Do I care how she's feeling? Not really. What is she doing? Does it matter? No. Third question, real what? Real question. How you feel, what you doing? And when they go, well, listen, that's the real what? That same attitude is used when you prospect or at the end of presentations. Don't spend a lot of time on question 1. Don't spend a whole bunch of time on question 2. Question 3 is where your energy goes, and that's where your answer flows. Now, I'm going to prove this to you in a second, but I want to make sure this is clear. What question makes the most sense? What question do we focus on? Third question. You do it all the time. Hey, what you doing? Where you been? Well, hey, listen here. You got it? People are used to that. Now, here's the key. These are business-related questions. How long has the company been around? Do they really care? They don't. Let me prove it to you. Oh, 16 years. Did that help them any? Oh, 16 months. Did that matter? 16 years, they're going to say, oh, I missed the ground floor. 16 months, they're going to say, oh, this company's too what? Too new. See, it doesn't matter. Let's get down to what you really want to know. See, a lot of y'all would have spent a whole bunch of time. Well, listen, it's been around for a few months, but we have great leadership. Well, listen, it's been around, for 2 years, but we're going through 2.0. That's not the real question. Who cares? 16 years, 16 months, same thing. Question 2, what are the current number of brand ambassadors in the city? Does it matter? No. Look, we got 10,000. Did that help you? No, we got 10. Does it matter? 10,000, too many. 10, not enough. 10, no support. 2,000, I'll get lost. Does it matter? No. What they really want to know? Here's what they're asking you. Is it too late for me to make some what? That's what you start answering. In other words, guys, they're saying one thing, but you're answering what? The third question. I'm going to prove it to you in a second. I got to give you the psychology first. Do we spend a bunch of time on questions of skepticism? If it starts with what if or how do I know, keep it moving. Do we spend a lot of time on question 1? The setup is question what? You're answering question what? I'll prove it to you. How many hours per day will I have to work? Does it matter? No. 12, too many. 30, 30 minutes, how am I going to make some money? Does it matter? Nope. What's the one thing I need to do to succeed? Is it one thing they need to do? No. You got to learn how to do this just like you do everything else in life, right? What are you really answering? How can I get around the work? Let's be honest. That's what they really want to know. How many hours do I have to work per day? This is not a job, so can I really answer that? What some of you guys do, you answer that question. Oh, I spend 2 to 4 hours a week, give or take. They're like, whoo, 2 to 4 hours a week. I'm already too what? Too busy. Because you answered it. What you should have done was ask more questions so you could figure out how much time they have. And then however much time they have, that's how long it's going to take. See, you flip it. But see, when you answer the question with your perspective, you then put your perspective on somebody else before you learn their what? Perspective. Have I lost anybody? Give you a true story. I'm in New York one day. And I'm speaking and I'm training. It's November. This is when I really learned about perspective. Now, this gentleman goes, what time does your flight leave? Real New York heavy accent. What time does your flight leave? I'm like, hey, y'all kind of hostile up here. Why, you trying to run me out? He's like, no, the Noeaster's coming. I said, the what? The Noeaster. The Noeaster. No, New Yorkers, they don't like to repeat themselves. New Yorkers are like, they can't say nothing twice. I'm like, the Noeaster? Yeah, the Noeaster's coming. I'm like, Easter's in March, April. Why are you worried about Easter? The Noeaster. Now, I promise you, we went back and forth a good 4 rounds. Somebody said, the storm, Brian, the storm. I'm like, oh, see, I'm from Atlanta. Had you said tornado, I would have got it. I've never, Noeaster, what is a Noeaster? If you would have said tornado, I'd have been out of here. Does that make sense? I learned then when you speak from when you learn how to speak from someone else's perspective, they what? They listen. If you're only speaking from your perspective, you're going to lose 99.9% of the time because you're the only person that understands your perspective. You got to speak from their what? Perspective. So I'm going to give you an exercise and show you how to flip it so a person always sees themselves, not you. Oh, y'all not ready. You're not ready, I'm telling you. If you get a person to always see themselves, they'll join because they see themselves doing what you're doing. If you always get them to look at what you're doing, they can never see themselves doing it that way because they're not who? You. And this usually comes in the form of questions. All right, I'm going to prove it in a second. So here's the slide. How many hours a week will I have to work? What's the one thing I need to do to succeed? How can I get around doing the work? That's what you're really what? Answering. Now, understand, this is not, it doesn't happen like this in actual conversation. I'm giving you the psychology. In other words, when you're talking to them, just know you're answering the bottom. It's called translating. You have to translate what a person is really saying, not what you hear them saying. Everybody got it? All right, here we go. Last one. How long have you been in the business? Does it matter? Nope. 2 years? I'm not you. 2 days? You ain't been in long enough. So does your answer matter? What's your position in the company? If a person says, I'm a gold medallion, I'm platinum executive, I'm blue ruby, does it matter to a prospect? We don't care about your title. Some of you guys introduce yourselves with your Kannaway title. That makes people no difference. See what I'm saying? They don't know the ranks of the compensation plan. What they really want to know, how much money have you made? So when a person says, how long have you been in the business, you're answering this. Psychologically, does that make sense? These are just warm-ups. This is what they want to know. So I'm going to show you how to get them to see that doesn't matter. It's called what? Translations. Here's an example. Let's go. Before you guys get on stage, don't get nervous. All right, here we go. What's actually in the product? Would that be something people want to ask in different product companies? What's actually in the product? The question you're answering really is, does the product what? And what does it what? What does it do for me? What's in the product doesn't matter. They want to know if it what? That's the translation. Answer, I don't know. All I know is. Write that down. I don't know. All I know is. And then you do what's called show and tell. Kannaway, listen. You're already in a unique industry of relationship marketing. Then you have a very unique product that the rest of the world is going to have to catch up with. Do not get so bogged down with product knowledge and ingredients. Point them to one of the tools that the company provides and let the tools do the talking. Everybody understand that? See, you got to learn show and tell. If you get caught up in answering everybody's questions, well, here's how CBD works and what it does, and there's a lady who had this and that, you start making medical claims, you get in trouble. So what you do is you say, look, I don't know what it does, I don't know what's in it, all I know is, and you show and tell and let the company answer the questions. That's how you stay compliant. That's how you build $1 billion company. Now, who wants the company to be around? Everybody say show and tell. Show. Tell. Y'all are show. Show. I like show. I like show. All right, they got my man, so they always gonna win. I knew it. Show and tell. Don't get caught up in doing what? Answering a bunch of questions regarding what's in your product. That's how you get in trouble. Let the company do it. They're compliant. They can show it way better than you, and they can tell it 10 times faster. So use them. Capiche? Yeah. All right, here we go. How many hours will I have to put in? Do I have to go to meetings? Translation. Uh-oh. We did that one, right? All right, don't worry. Do I have to go to meetings? Translation, can I be lazy? Can I be lazy and still do what? in the business still make money? Answer, it depends. You want to be successful, don't you? Now, here's the key before you come up on stage with me. These are called tie downs. Tie downs are known as contractions in school. Don't you, won't you, can't you, shouldn't you, doesn't it, isn't it, wouldn't it, couldn't it, shouldn't it, hasn't it? Those are called what? Contractions. You were taught not to use them. In this business, it's beautiful. Attorneys get guilty people to go to jail by tying them down. Those are called contractions and tie downs. Don't you, won't you, can't you, shouldn't it, hasn't it, wouldn't it? Everybody got it? Think about it. You were there, weren't you? Now, you didn't do a thing. You didn't commit the murder. You weren't even at the scene. Oh, yes, you were. You had the knife, didn't you? That's a what? Tie down. That's a tie down. What time was it? 3 o'clock. It was 3:15, wasn't it? Now, you just said 3 o'clock. But they said 3:15 to tie you what? Down. Then you got rid of the weapon, didn't you? You're like, maybe I did. You weren't even there. But after 3 or 4 tie downs, they start forcing you to say something you didn't even want to say. It is a powerful, powerful technique. So in relationship marketing, you have to ask questions and use tie downs to get a person to answer in the way that makes them comfortable, not you comfortable. Is everybody ready? I don't think so. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Here's the problem. Most people in network marketing or prospects have been negative their whole life. So they come at you with a tennis racket. And this is your answer. So they come swinging hard. Whop! They slapping you, your business, and everything about it. And you like, you can't handle it because you ain't been practicing. You don't even know that if you just use their energy against them, you win. But now you got to make it even and go racket for racket, not racket for paddle. Who's ready to even the score? Who's ready to even the score? Are you sure? All right, I'm going to give you a formula. Before you come up, we're going to play tennis. And it's real simple. I want you to write down this formula. Okay? Slide, please. It's nice outside becomes it's nice outside, isn't it? See the difference? Wasn't it a great year becomes it was a great year. I can't hear you. It was a great year. See how you flip it? Whenever I ask questions from my prospects or after a presentation, I don't ask them how they feel. I tell them how they feel. Great presentation, wasn't it? Not how did you like the presentation? See the difference? Now, it's real subtle. It's charismatic. Great presentation, wasn't it? He's an awesome guy, isn't he? Feels good, doesn't it? See how you flow with it? It takes what? Practice. But you got to learn to put the contraction on the end. That question is totally, totally different if you put the contraction on the end. Everybody got it? Now, you don't have to write down all these contractions. You've been doing that since kindergarten. Ready to rock? Here's what you do. Turn a prospect's excuse into their reason. I have children. That's not an excuse. That's the reason you join our business. You see? If you make a person's excuse their reason, it flips and makes them see themselves in the mirror. Turn their excuse into a what? Reason. Bring that slide back up for me, please. Get to the root of the problem. Don't answer. Do what? Ask. The only way to get down to the root of what they're really asking is you have to continue to ask more questions. Now, here's what I call my serve. You're an intelligent person, aren't you? You'll see in a second. You're an intelligent person, aren't you? So if I can show you a way to, and then you tie them down. Real quick, recap. Framework. Turn your prospect's excuse into a what? That's what you're thinking to yourself. So when they're coming at you with all these objections as to why they can't do the business and what is so hard about it, you make that the reason they do the business. That's mental. Then you get down to the root of the problem by asking them more what? Questions. Then you say, you're an intelligent person, aren't you? You can't say it with aggression now. You got to be charismatic. You're an intelligent person, aren't you? See how I'm shaking my head? I'm giving them the what? Always remember, whenever you ask a question, you give the answer during the question. Because we're not going to ask questions that require a no response anyway. All we do is say yes. That way, when you ask for the credit card, the answer is yes. Because you've been saying yes since we've been talking. Everybody got it? Yes. See? You got it. So if I can show you a way to ... and then you tie them what? Down. It works every time. Give me a question. Have we practiced this? Have you seen me do this before? Have you and I been backstage practicing? Did we work on this? Give me a question, any question that you want help overcoming, and we're going to practice. Who said it? Come on up. Give her a hand. Can we get a handheld? Can I get a handheld from somebody? All right, turn me on this guy right here. Give everybody your name, and y'all give her a big round of applause for being up here.
Sherry.
You get the big one. This is normal people. Everybody got it? This is after you get trained. The price. So let's set it up for you. We've already been to a presentation. I know what the company's about. I know exactly what's going on. Everybody got it? So I've been to a presentation. This is dialogue after the presentation. Make sense? She said, what?
The price is too high.
The price is too high. This is most people. It's only, you see, you're answering her objection instead of asking more what?
Questions.
Questions. So you don't answer her question with your answer. You answer her question with a question. The problem is not the price is too high. The problem is she don't have no money.
Exactly.
So you quickly have to what? Translate her issue. So when I hear the price too high, I say, no, you don't have the money. But we can't say it like that, can we?
No.
And we shouldn't we? That'll make her leave, won't it? And we don't want to do that, do we? See how that works? Y'all been tied down and don't even know it. Here we go. After we practice, here's how this works. We've been to the meeting. She thinks the products are too what? Expensive. Here we go. Let's go. Just set me up. Say, I like it, but the products are too expensive.
I like it, but the products are too expensive.
You know what? I know exactly how you feel. I felt the exact same way. But you know what I found out? You can't put a price on lifestyle, can you?
Ooh, no. No, you cannot.
You understand? Now I'm breaking her down. You understand what I'm saying? Now I went for my strong one. I'm going to lighten up on her. Let me lighten up. Because I only know one way to do it. Okay, I'm going to go. Let me lighten up. All right, go again.
I like the products, but the price is too high.
Okay, for the sake of the analogy, swing. Boom. So that's her. So it's conversation, right? After a meeting, you have to have this tennis conversation. Oh, man, it's a little bit too expensive. Man, how much would you like? What's in your budget?
A little less.
To be exact, what's less?
$20.
$20. She's got $20 in her budget. Everybody got me? So if $20 is in your budget, and you do like the business, don't you?
Yes.
And 20 is all you have, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's really not the price, it's the money, isn't it?
Yes.
And how long have you been working?
Years.
Years. And 20 is still a problem, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. That's a problem.
If we do for the next 20 years what you did for the last 20 years, you won't have $20 then, will you?
No.
You're an intelligent person, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I've never had a person say, not really. Now, when I do that, I'm going for my what? Serve. For the kill. You're an intelligent person, aren't you?
Yes.
So if I can show you a way to work the next 20 years or less, and $20 will no longer be an issue, it makes sense to come up with the money, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's nothing she can say.
No, I can't say no.
You see how that works? Y'all sure? Give her a hand. Guys, it's not that the product is too expensive. You haven't put the value in what we have, and you have to show her that she has the money. She has to change what she's doing to value what you have to offer, not justify the cost of the product. That's not your translation. When somebody says, I don't have the money, I'm sorry, the product's too high, translation, you broke. So we help her fix and see the value in fixing her real what? Problem. I'm ready. Next. I already smoke weed. Come up. I already smoke weed. This is a new one for me. How are you? What's your name?
Addison.
Addison, give it up for Addison. Addison, you run into that one a lot? I do. Okay. I already smoke weed. All right. New person. Addison, for the sake of our demonstration, I already smoke weed.
I already smoke weed.
This isn't weed, this is hemp, this is what you need to do, understand, CBD, there's a big difference, they split it in half, and THC, and this and that. You're gonna lose. Not only are you gonna lose, but you sound so intelligent that if I have to be that smart to do this, I can't do it. You see how that works? See, guys, here's the problem. If you answer too intelligently and don't show and tell and let corporate do it, what you just screamed is I have to be smart to do this business. Because you broke that leaf down to a science, and I know it makes you feel good, but what the translation is, oh my goodness, I ain't got time to be explaining that to people. That's why we All right, we're starting to get even. We're getting even. After you practice, I smoke what?
Marijuana.
We've seen the presentation, I smoke marijuana. Swing it. Is that a good thing?
Yes, it has CBD in it. Yes.
Yes. Okay. What makes marijuana better than CBD? Or better than our product?
It gets you high.
What? That's something you enjoy, huh?
Very much so, yes.
Sometimes just leave. I tell people, every argument ain't yours to win. Get off the court. Okay, and when she's saying it with that much passion and that much conviction, I think she's high now. She's like, very much so. Okay, now here's the real deal. Okay, here we go. Now, I want you to help me translate this. She does not understand that there is a what? That's what you're really answering. You're not trying to get her to stop smoking weed. We're not trying to change her habits. We're not trying to show her that we're better. We're trying to show her that it's what? It's different. Your turn. Who's ready? Want to try it? I'm gonna coach you. Come on up. Give her a hand. I'm gonna coach you. She smokes weed after the meetings. She doesn't see the difference between this and what she does. So I'm on her side just for the sake of the microphone and the thing. But I'm going to tell you what the setups are. You ready? This is your prospect. The presentation is over. She has a weed conflict. Okay? Our job is not to change her, convince her. Our job is to show her that this is different. Got it? Swing for effect.
I already smoke weed.
Now, where did you hear that this was weed?
Where did you hear this was weed?
In the presentation. Where did you hear that this was weed?
Well, hemp, I kind of assumed. I don't know.
You know what they say about assumptions, don't you?
No. What is there a phrase for that?
No, seriously, I was just joking. I wouldn't say that. I say, well, you obviously understand the hemp plant, don't you?
Yes.
And you do understand that weed is an illegal operation, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And this company would not be marketing THC or weed as openly, would we?
You would not, no.
And you can't make money, well, actually. I don't want to take y'all that route. I was gonna say, you can't make money with weed, can you? And then, yes, game over. And I was just, okay. But you understand how this works. You're hitting her with the objections to show her that Kannaway is what? Legal.
In 50 states.
And different. Everybody got it? Now, here we go. I'm gonna let you play. I just wanted to set that up. I just want to give you some practice, all right? Ask her questions. Ask her questions. She thinks the weed conflict. Go.
Do you want me to ask it?
Yeah, just for the sake.
Oh, I already smoke weed. Is it legal? No.
Okay, here we go. So if you could get the same benefits, now watch my backhand. Not the same benefit, but you know what I'm saying.
Can you get the same effect?
No, I don't want you to go there. No, just watch me. Okay, here we go. What about weed do you like?
What about weed do you like? Well, it's positive for my health, and also I get high.
Okay. If you could get the positivity part of your health and still get high with your weed, but make legal money with us, it makes sense, wouldn't it?
Yes.
See the difference? You see how it works? See, and I want you to, see, I'm not trying to change her habits. And it's not my job to get her to see it, and it's not my job. I just want to show you, look, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But you can make money with our product, and it's already, here's the psychology, it's already in line with something that you're doing anyway, and she'll get educated and learn the difference. Your job is not to try to educate her within 5 seconds. Does that make sense? So now you flip it. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. Somebody say, I don't have the time. Who was that? Did you say that? Come on up. I don't have the time. Anybody run into that before? See, guys, what you have to understand is this. These are just tactics. The conversation won't necessarily flow like this. This is not something you're going to master tomorrow. Once you get the framework and understanding, I'm just trying to get you to see, don't be afraid of what? Of what? Questions. You just do what? Ask a question. When they ask one, you what? If you don't get anything else I'm saying, if they ask one, you what? You ask one. And you're going to get more information and lead them exactly where they what? Want to go. She doesn't have any what?
Time.
We just left the meeting. She loves it, but.
I'm too busy. I do not have enough time.
Wow, really? How much time do you think it takes?
I don't know. How much time does it take?
Then how do you know you don't have the time? Now, that's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm going. Does that make sense? In other words, she said she doesn't have the time. I said, how much time do you think it what? And she said, I don't what? Then how do you know you don't what? Have the time. See, I can kill you in 2 smashes, but we have to do it slowly. So, that's the translation, but here's how I get to it. Here we go. I don't have time. Oh, man. Let me ask you a question. How much time do you really have?
I work full time. I've got kids, family.
And how long has that been an issue for you?
My entire adult life.
Is time something you value?
Absolutely.
And you love to take some of that time from work and spend it more with your kids, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
And residual income does that, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
You're an intelligent person, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So if I can show you a way to supplement your income and get your time back and spend it with because now I know her, I got her reason, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
It would.
She can't say no. She can't say no. As bad as they want, it's like, I got you. You were there, weren't you? You stabbed him, didn't you? It was 3 o'clock, wasn't it? Next thing you know, you walking around with a yellow jumpsuit on. I swear I didn't do it. You don't even know what happened. Next thing you know, they got you. I swear I didn't do it. We got you on camera. You did, didn't you? Wasn't you? Shouldn't you? Couldn't it? Isn't it? Hasn't it? Doesn't it? Wasn't it? They tie you down. When you tie them down, the answer is yes. You leave it open-ended, it's yes or what? Give her a hand. Good job. Look, give me something you're dealing with. I got to go in a second. Give me something you're dealing with. I'm not a people person. Come on up. And my friend and sir, I got you next. All right? Okay? We got a little time. Good. I'm shy. I'm not a people person. Yeah, go over there. Take this with you. She's seen a presentation. She's shy. And she's not a what? People person. For the sake of the effect, state your name for everybody.
I'm Kia.
Kia, give her a hand. I'm shy, I'm not a people person. I have to translate that into what she's really saying. Everybody got it? Swing.
I'm shy. I'm not a people person. I'm not even comfortable talking to you right now.
You see that? They always do it with attitude, right? I'm like, we need to work on your serve and your step. Okay. All right. So she's shy. She's not a people person. And you're not even comfortable talking to me right now. Man, that's a great point. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the exact same way. But you know what I just found out?
No, I don't know you.
You just found out. No, we just left. You guys remember, we just left the presentation, so we know each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
I know
is,
you. Oh.
Yeah, this is after the presentation.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
This is
Told you I
after the
was shy.
presentation. Right. She's shy. After the presentation, we're friends. But your issue is that you're what?
I'm shy.
I'm shy. Everybody got it? Okay. You just said you're shy, and she don't even like talking to what? People. Okay. Great. Where'd you get the implication that you have to talk to a lot of people?
All these people here have been talking to me, and I haven't been able to open up and talk. So I just kind of came to that conclusion.
Okay, great. Nothing wrong with that, right? She swings back, right? Okay, great. And we're Facebook friends, aren't we?
Yes, we
Right,
are.
Right. So you do know people, don't you?
Oh, plenty.
And everybody's not shy, are they?
No, not at all.
You're an intelligent person, aren't you?
Oh, very.
So if I can show you a way to introduce people who aren't shy, and you make money off people like me, it makes sense, doesn't it?
It does. I keep forgetting the swing.
So my translation is if you shy, get out the what? And let me show you how to get to people like who? Like me. See, you don't try to get her to overcome her shyness. You show her that it's not about her. I can help you with people that you what? Know. And let's not act like we don't know people because we friends on what?
Facebook.
I can show you how to get to them and you get paid off of it. Makes sense, doesn't it?
It does, but I have another question.
I didn't even understand that. What?
I have another question.
Okay. So we overcame that one. Everybody got it? See, now they usually do this. They got the follow-up. So you got to what? Go.
But if shyness was my issue from the beginning, how did I even meet you?
We're friends already. I set that up for you. We already friends.
Okay.
You didn't come out the womb with no friends. You came out the womb with no friends. Watch. How old are you again?
20.
You went to at least high school, didn't you?
Yes.
You have neighbors, don't you?
Yes.
Co-workers too, right?
No.
You know at least 5 people, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I keep forgetting the swing.
That's okay. You're an intelligent person, aren't you?
Yes.
So if I can show you a way to introduce 5 to me and help you sponsor 3, you'll let me do the work, shouldn't you?
I sure would.
You see how that works? Once I go, I got to get her to understand it's not about you. It's either about me, because I'll help you with that, or I can help you leverage your contacts through our system and you make money. Who's going to say no to that? So you guys got to learn to tie people what? Tie them down. Give her a hand. Good job. Last 2. Y'all come on up. Line up. Sir with the iPad. Yeah, my man. Yep, y'all come on up. Come on up. I'm gonna let y'all. Let me see what it is first. I'm gonna let y'all play against each other. Let me see what it is first. Until then, hold this. We just left the meeting. I'm just trying to get you to start understanding. You got to change the way you walk, talk, think, act. That's how you change your life. People don't even come at me with this mess. Because my posture after a presentation makes sense, doesn't it? You need this, don't you? We should do this, shouldn't we? You see what I'm saying? My posture says it. And I'm not saying I'm 100% closer. I'm saying my attitude, you'll get people and negativity off of you if you posture yourself properly. That's the conscious level talking. Some of y'all working the business up here, you got to work it from your soul. How do you really feel about this company and product? When you feel great about the company and product, it don't matter what they come with. Your job is not to convince them. Your job is to show them how silly the question is. You see how that works? Here we go. What's your question? I got your back, man.
So what if, at my age of being 22, I have the conflict in me of, do I want to go hang out with my friends and be that partier, or do I actually want to try to create my business and be an adult and actually build my future?
Man, good one. He's young, and he's torn between priorities. That's the actual what? Translation. What if I'm only 22? See, the minute a person asks me something, I go, what's the real deal? You immature. And you don't understand that if you give, I'm about to give you the answer. I'm sorry. You want to play? You want this one?
Yeah.
All right, he's 22. For the sake of the argument, we've seen the meeting. Swing.
Well, I'm 22, and I'm trying to set my priorities straight. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do. And being my young self, I like to hang out with my friends. Why should I start doing this?
Ask him a question.
Well, you're here because you want to be successful and one day have a family to be able to provide for.
Aren't you?
Isn't it?
My man.
Aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here for that, yeah.
Okay. So then, wouldn't it make sense to try to take advantage of this opportunity here while you have the opportunity?
It does make sense, yeah.
Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna give you this. You on the way. Give him a hand, give him a hand. He graduated already. Here we go. Watch this, slide up. Over this way, forward. All right, do it now. I'm your coach. You ready? Go.
I am young, and I do not know how to set my priorities yet.
You ready? You need help, don't you?
I need help, yes I do.
What do your friends do when y'all hang out?
They get high, they don't do nothing with their lives.
We shouldn't hang around them then, should we?
We should.
You should?
We should hang out.
No, your friend, okay. So you want to be like them, don't you?
No, I don't.
We probably should switch our circle, shouldn't we?
We should.
I'm not asking you to leave your friends, am I?
No, you're not.
But you're an intelligent person, aren't you?
I am.
So if I can show you a way to still hang around your friends and make money at the same time with them, makes sense to bring them, shouldn't we?
It does, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I have to lobby enough to get him to see, not trying to change your circle. You're young and immature. You've admitted that. But you need some help. But let's bring your friends into a new circle and all make money what? See, what some of y'all would do, you don't understand. See, I'm older than you. What you got to realize, at some point in your life, you got to get focused, and you're going to have to get serious. And you got to put them friends aside. Y'all smoking that weed. Y'all hanging out here smoking them trees, and you can't do that. Don't make him feel bad. Bring him into the family, and they'll all grow together. Make sense? Yeah. Give him a hand. Good job, man. Now, here's the question.
Yeah.
Is that a real concern of yours?
Well, a lot of times I get really focused, and then all of a sudden, a week later,
You kind of with them again.
yeah.
All right.
And I'm torn between, if I do this, I don't talk to them. And they realize that as they call me the Fed, because I'm trying to be a landlord, and I got to tell them what to do. And
Okay. I want you to always remember this. If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you.
All right.
Think on that.
I will.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Brian.
Give him a hand. Last one, my man with the iPad. Wait. Let's go. Oh, that's right. That's right. You had a question. All right. We got to go. We got to go.
I didn't expect
Hold on
to
to
be
that.
on the rebound.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. You're supposed to be on that side.
Yeah,
That's my fault. Come on up.
Want me to get down? Or?
Yeah, you can come on down.
All right.
Thank you, man. Y'all give me another hand. Good job. What you got?
Sounds like a pyramid.
Pyramid. I was waiting on the pyramid.
Aren't all MLMs
Is it what?
pyramids? Aren't all MLMs pyramids?
Pyramids? Great. Define pyramid.
a scheme where the top person makes all the money and it just trickles down. Basically, the person on the bottom can never be equal to the person on the top.
And what if you could start at the top?
That sounds great.
Then all you got to do is build your bottom.
Sounds good to me, but
You're an intelligent person, aren't you?
yes.
So if I could show you a way to start at the top of your own company and build your bottom, it makes sense to be your own boss, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
See, here's the key. When people hit me with the pyramid thing, there's some traditional answers. Your job is a pyramid, government pyramid, you live in a pyramid, pyramid on the dollar. All that stuff is fine. But here's the reality. Number one, even if I said yes, it is, what y'all got to learn is there's nothing wrong with that. It's not an illegal pyramid. It has a structure, strongest in the world, but you start at the top and build your what? Bottom. You got to flip his perspective on what a pyramid really what? Is. Now watch this. Here's what I do with some people if I'm in a bad mood. Watch this. Ask me the pyramid question.
Sounds like a pyramid to me, isn't it?
It is.
I knew it.
You ready to get in?
How much money can I make?
Huh?
How much money can I make? Is it legal?
Now, getting down to the what? See, the pyramid ain't his concern. He got legal concerns. Now we getting down to the money. How much money can I make? You got to ask some questions to get down to the real question, because the third question is the true what? Give him a hand. Thank you, man. Thank you. I got 2 minutes. I'm out of here. Come on. I'll give you some bonuses and extended education as soon as we wrap up. See, I want you guys to understand, your conversation is not going to flow like this, okay? This is just practice. Everybody got it? I want you to practice on each other using tie downs. When you see me outside or whatever we take pictures, I want you to come up to me and give me a tie down. I want you to practice tie downs because I use them in my everyday conversation. I use them at the beginning of presentations. I use them during my presentations. I use them at the end because it forces people to say yes. And then at the end, they can't say no. You ready? I see you warming out, working out. Yeah. Let me see. I'm kind of scared of you. Hold on. Just in case. Let me see what you got.
I'm a pastor, and I'm tired of getting people in businesses that don't go anywhere.
Okay. That's easy. What businesses have you tried before, Pastor?
Your way, every way, buy a lot of this and store it up. You know, those types of business, all of them. Tried them, been there, didn't make any money. And now I got to tell my people about not making money. Can I make any money in this?
See, now the concern was first what? I'm a pastor and I've been in these before and they not what? Now is, can I make money in this? See, if you notice, I just shut up and let him do all the what?
Talking.
He gonna hang himself. I'm gonna get down to what he really need if he just keep what? Give me a specific business you tried before.
Your way.
And what happened in your way?
Didn't make any money.
Okay. And Pastor, you understand there are two people involved in business, right?
Yes, I do.
There's your way, the company, and then there's you, the pastor.
You're right.
There's a possibility you didn't have the proper training, isn't it?
You're right.
They're millionaires in that other company, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
So if I can show you a way to become one of the millionaires in this company with the proper training, it makes sense not to let that experience be a waste, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
See how that works? You flip it. It's two people involved. I don't know if it was your fault or their fault. I can't defend that. But all I know is what we're doing where? Over here. So if I can show you a proper way to do it, it makes sense to look at it again, what? Doesn't it? Everybody say that works? Let me give you a different attitude and approach. In 30 seconds, I'm gone. Ask me the same thing. Hmm?
Can I make any money in this?
No, you're a pastor and you're tired of different companies.
I'm a pastor, and I tried different companies, and I didn't make any money.
Oh, pastor. Is your wife your first love?
Oh, yes.
You've been in more than a relationship, though, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
You didn't marry your first girlfriend, did you?
Oh no.
But you didn't give up on love either, did you?
Say again?
You didn't give up on love, did you?
Oh no.
And now you're with the woman of your dreams, aren't you?
Oh yes.
So it makes sense to hang in there, doesn't it?
Oh yes it does.
We need to try this again, don't we?
Oh yes.
All right. See what you do, man. You got to show people you didn't give up on nothing else. You get been in more than one what? Relationship. So don't give up on what? Business. It takes what? Persistence. It takes persistence. So you guys enjoy the tie downs? Yeah. You think you get some leverage out of it? See how that works? Okay. So as usual, look, man, I'll meet you guys at the back table. I brought a special bundle for a Kannaway, thanks to my man Troy. Y'all give it up for Troy as usual and Seth. These guys do a great job. All right, you guys that were in Atlanta, I gave out what's called an ultimate bundle. It's a lot of free stuff in this, so pay close attention, okay? The form's outside. You can take them with you during the lunch break and bring them back. Is that okay? I gave away this what's called an ultimate bundle. In this bundle, there's something called a quitting clock, what lies beneath, survival of the fittest, and the SEAL philosophy. These are 4 advanced trainings from different keynotes I've done all over the world, okay? This is called the best of compilation. The quitting clock talks about a clock that beats in your chest and how to rewind it so you won't quit every 24 hours. You want to quit, don't let it. Everybody got it? What lies beneath, that talks about changing the subconscious mind and the things I talked about today and how to do it. Survival of the fittest, I take 4 animals, I break them down, the tiger, the eagle, the ant, and yourself, how to make you just as fierce as them. Everybody got it? And the SEAL philosophy is what you saw in my intro, where I dress up like a Navy SEAL and show you how to develop the mindset of a person that will never, ever, ever give up. That's a $347 value. Write this down. Kannaway gets it today, $197. And 4 more free trainings with it. Write down $197, not $397. If you get one of the bundles, I'm going to give you Live Well for free, Millionaire Mentality for free, and Courage for free. The Courage is an audio, Millionaire Mentality is an online video, and Live Well, you walk out with a free DVD and your bundle today. If you get either of the bundles online, let me say this real quick. The website is PA-YS/Kannaway. Stands for pays. PA-YS/Kannaway. If you're online, you got the same special at home, you guys watching at home. So if you get any of the bundles, you get this whole package here for totally what? Free. Free. If you get the $197 bundle, you get this extra bundle for free. You guys that already have that first bundle, we created never before released, second bundle for you guys. Never before released, Kannaway only, minimizing the odds. This is how you live a quality life. I don't want to ruin it for you, but this is how you live a quality life using products such as yours. You minimize your odds, and I'm going to leave it at that. Creating new habits, these are the things you got to do on a daily basis so that you can learn what it takes to be a millionaire in this business. Trust, this is how you make money in America and use the American system and capitalism and what makes network marketing the best on the planet when it comes to this industry. I lived in it for 18 years. I've trained in it for 20. I'm telling you, you got the best industry on the planet, but you got to trust that this is the best option out of all the other options you have. That's a killer. That alone is worth the value. And the power of affirmations, what are the things I did to make my first $1 million? What did I say to myself every day? How did I treat myself every day? How did I behave every day? That's the second bundle for those of you who already got the first bundle. That's $197. You get the other one for totally what? Free. Either you want the small bundle for $47, or you want either of the big bundles for $197, and you get the other one for totally what? Free. Y'all have fun? Yeah. Y'all sure? Please give it up for Mr. Where's Seth? Seth, give Seth a round of applause. Y'all can do better than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Dean.
All right.
Come on.
I will see you guys take pictures or whatever else at the back table. When you come up, I need to hear a tie down, and I'll see you guys at the back table. Take your pick. God bless. Thanks a lot.
Brian
Thanks
Bean,
so much,
everybody.
Jeff. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate it, man.
Man, I'll tell you what, one of the things about Brian Bean is that he believes in everybody in this room, and so do I. But until you guys believe in yourself, that's where the impact's made. And that's what today is all about. And I hope you guys have enjoyed what Brian brought to the table today, man. I'll tell you what. Support Brian. Go back there and support yourself, though. Believe in yourself. Go back there and make sure you become a part of this and get part of that incredible training that Brian is offering. Now, I tell you what, guys, we're going to take a little break for lunch. We're going to have about an hour-long break, recharge batteries, get yourself ready to rock, and when we come back, we got something else to recharge your batteries with. We'll tell you about that in just a little bit. So we got 1 hour break for lunch. You want to be back in your seats on time, because when we come back, we're going to have a special recap video, and then we're going to kick this thing off hardcore. So we look forward to seeing you guys here in a little bit. Thank you very much for joining the morning session, guys. Appreciate it. See you in a bit.
Between love and hate, is you really real or is you really fake? I'm a soldier.